Okay, everyone, this is Dr. Mickey. This week we're going to be talking about the case or the business case for trust. So I'm going to go to my slides to begin with. Oops, not really, huh? There we go. There my slides are. And we're going to be talking about the case for trust, which is the ability to establish, extend, and restore trust with all stakeholders, that is customers, business partners, investors, and coworkers, is the key leadership competency of the new global economy. So here's some myths versus reality. The myth is that trust is soft. The truth is trust is hard and quantifiable. The myth is that trust is slow. The reality is that nothing is as fast as the speed of trust. The myth, trust is built solely on integrity. The reality, trust is a function of both character, which includes integrity, and competence. The myth is that trusting people is too risky. The reality is that not trusting people is a greater risk. The myth, trust is established one person at a time. The reality, establishing trust with the one establishes trust with the many. So let's take a look at how people feel. This is a survey of 12,000 US workers. This was done in about 10 years ago, around 2005, 2006. So at work, 52% of people said they felt safe expressing their opinions openly without fear of retribution. 33% said, we live by the principle that my success is your success. 40% said people are treated fairly, that favoritism was not a problem. 37% said that we do not undermine each other. And 39% said we make decisions based on the best ideas and information rather than on office politics. So as you can see, these are the positives. So those numbers are actually pretty astonishingly low. Even with the 52%, that still means that there are 48% of people operating environments where they were afraid to say what they felt for fear of retribution. There's some more information from 2004 and 2006. In 2004, they asked the question, employees have trust and confidence in the job of senior management. In 2004, the answer was 51%. Already by 2006, that was falling. And I do not have the most current, but these are some examples of how things were 10 years ago. People's trust in government is also extremely low, and that includes Western Europe at 22%, the USA at 38%, and Asia at 43%. Also, trust is an issue in academia, in other words, at the university level, and people have admitted to cheating in law, education, engineering, MBA, undergraduate non-business programs, and a whopping 74% of people in undergraduate business programs have admitted to cheating. So we have a trust problem. So one of the things I want you to do is start out after these slides and after this video by watching the video, The Case for Trust. That video is linked in Blackboard. It should take you to a Google Drive, and all of the videos for this chapter are going to be there on that Google Drive ready for you to watch. Now, this particular material is built on the concept of something called see, do, get. See, do, get means that the way you see the world, your mindset, affects what you do, which is your behavior. And those behaviors are what get you your results. And in this case, the results are either going to be something called a trust tax or a trust dividend. So let me give you the trust tax equation. Basically, low trust slows you down. In this case, low trust, represented by the down arrow with the word trust, equals low speed and high cost. In other words, when you have little to no trust in an organization, everything takes longer and it costs more. Think about that. You have people validating, inspecting, lawyers, you have people doing due diligence, legal teams working on things. All of that makes business transactions go very slowly, and it raises the cost of them. So that is a trust tax. On the other hand, when you have high trust, which is represented by an up arrow with the word trust, that means that things can go speedily and they can cost less. And the classic example of that is the example of the bagel salesman or hot dog salesman who puts out a basket for customers to make their own change. And he finds that he's able to see many, many more people and serve many, many more people. And his cost of operations, though you would expect loss from theft, actually goes down. Now, the hidden variable here is that basically your business is strategy times execution to get you results, but it's really strategy times execution times trust, because trust can either slow it way down or speed it way up. So it's considered the hidden variable. Now, there is another video that you need to watch in this area called The High Cost of Low Trust. It is a very short video. It basically gives you an idea of the kinds of expenses that employers get when they have a low amount of trust. So think about your particular business. Are you paying a trust tax in customer retention, in hiring, in how long it takes you to get a product to market, in your sales, in the number of signatures required, in your time spent in meetings, in your training, or other areas? Or are you earning trust dividends in having good customer retention, good hires, good speed of product to market, shorter sales cycles, fewer signatures required, less time spent in meetings, more effective training, and other areas? And so there are all kinds of things that can turn a tax into a dividend. For example, there was a small company called Stevens Aviation, and their slogan was "Plain Smart." And then Southwest Airlines had a slogan that was very similar called "Just Plain Smart." And that's the kind of thing that could lead to a court battle. So I want you to watch one more video called "The Malice in Dallas," which talks about how they came to a resolution for that conflict without a lot of cost being involved. So as you think about the material that you read this week, choose one workplace situation that could benefit greatly from increased speed and decreased cost. Think about what trust tax you're paying now, and think about what trust dividend you might earn if you could improve. Also, as you begin your next portion of reading, which is in your syllabus telling you which ones to read, which chapters to read, I want you to think about this model called the 5 waves of trust. Now, this model is based on the concept of a drop of water falling into a pond. And as a drop of water falls into a pond, you're going to see a ripple effect. And the first ripple out is yourself in trust. In other words, your ability to trust yourself, your ability to be trustworthy. The next ripple out is relationship. That's your relationships between you and other people. The next ripple out is organizational trust, being the trust within organizations. Next is market trust, which is the trust between the organization and the market that it sells to. And then finally is your, as an individual, and your company's ability to make a positive impact on society. And we're going to call that societal trust. So go ahead and look at your reading. Take a look at the syllabus to see what the next reading assignment is. Get that reading done. And when you are done with this information, there will be an assignment due on the business case for trust. Have a great week. I'm going to stop sharing. I'm going to say goodbye. See you next time.